Usually, when I talk to people or when people ask me questions about relocation, about migrating, I tell people to bear it in mind that life at the instant is not always rosy. Yes, the truth is you are relocating like from your comfort zone, from your country where you can freely talk to people, where you know the law, and now you're migrating to another country, so life might actually not be easy. Okay, and so I'm going to talk about the job issue. This is one question that students, migrant, tourists would always ask me, hey Biobi, how is job issue in Portugal? So I'm going to talk about it. I don't sugarcoat my videos, no, because I'm not going to gain anything from you, okay? So I tell you the way it is, okay? Just bear it in mind that life is for those who are ready to take the bulls by the horn. So before I go into the video proper, if you're just coming across my channel or my space for the first time, you're welcome. I'm Doris, or you simply call me Biobi as my channel name. I talk about studies, migration, and also share my experiences and every other thing in between. This is the kind of content that you've been searching for. Then you are in the right place where you get undiluted information. Yes, I tell you the real fact. And if you've not subscribed, please kindly subscribe and also like and share my video. When you do this, you're helping my channel to grow. Okay, thank you so much. So in Portugal, talking about job issue, there are lots of news. There are a lot of things I've heard. I'll hear some people say, oh, when you come to Portugal, there is job. When you come in, immediately you're going to get this. It is only those who are in the country that will tell you the truth. Forget anyone out there telling you this, telling you that, telling you when you get there, as long as you can. They have policy. They have policy. And one policy they have is when you don't have a residency, when you don't have your TRC, it is actually difficult for you to get job. Yes, it is actually difficult for you to say, hey, I'm going to search for job. Number one, you're coming to a country where you don't speak the same language with them, except you speak Portuguese. Then I would say, okay, with you, since you can communicate, everything would go smoothly. Even if you can speak the language and you don't have TRC, my dear, it's actually way difficult to get job. Because one, most recruiter, when they recruit you, okay, you submit CV and you're being called, the first thing they will ask you, how did you come into Portugal? Do you have a residency? That if you're not a Portuguese, that is the question they would ask you. They want to know if you have residency, that's your TRC, if you have it. So they want to know, without you having it, it gives them a no-no, because there are also people who are out there looking for that same job. So an average recruiter would actually want someone who has residency, because I think it is their policy. So if you're a student, before you're coming to Portugal, you already have the date. Yes, when you're going to meet SEF, where you're going to have an appointment with SEF. So as a student, you already know beforehand that, oh, within 3 months, within 4 months, I'm going to get my residency. Yes, when you go to SEF for your appointment, okay, then they now start processing your TRC. Probably it takes like maybe 30 days and you have your TRC. Then you have passed a stage. At that point, when you now get your TRC, you can now start submitting your CVs, online on LinkedIn, Indeed, jobs in Lisbon, jobs in Porto. Yes, you have passed the stage. So I congratulate those on that side, like students. So if you are in the category, like, everybody must not come in through study. Yes. if you're in the category that maybe you came in with a tourist visa, I used to tell people tourist visa is the same thing as visit visa. So that visa that you are having is like you are a visitor. So when you're a visitor, and after that staying, you're expected to leave. But some people might now find Portugal to be, oh, a beautiful place, a calm place, a place where I can earn a living. Yes, that is another category. Okay, so I've heard a lot of stories that people will say, hey, just coming with a tourist visa, life would be fine. I'm going to tell you of the truth. It's actually not easy. It's not easy at all. A lot of people who came in with tourist visa are actually not settled. You are not settled. There is this thing in you that you are actually staying illegal, okay? Because you are not having a TRC and you came in as a visitor, okay? So if you are someone who came in with a visit visa, then you can now, maybe you now decide to now study. That is another phase. But you came in with a visit visa and you're talking about job. The first thing I would advise anyone coming with a tourist visa is prepare yourself. When I say prepare yourself for, just have it in mind that I should prepare myself for at least 1 year, that you're going to pay your accommodation fee, you're going to pay your bills by yourself. Just prepare within you. Then the only thing, one of the best things that can stand you out is if you have skills. Forget it. You're saying, oh, I'm a PhD student, I'm a master student. Yes, my education will take me far. It is a lie. Like, it is not always true. It's not all about qualification. Yes, qualification matters, but it is that skills, what you have up there, what you can do with your hands. Okay, take for example, you can make hair. You are a chef. These are what they call skills. You are an IT. You have a lot of skills with you. You can use your art tools. You can use all these engineering softwares. You are good at that. Yes, these are skills. Take for example, you came in with a Schengen visa and you're talking about job. Even if you don't find any recruiter recruiting you, you can start things with your hands, like making of hair. The first thing you need to do, you need to register an activity at finance. Okay, you register as a self-employed. Okay, when you start that, when you begin to pay your tax, it gets to, when you begin to earn and you begin to pay tax, it gets to a stage, because at that time you're registered, you're giving how much tax you're going to pay. Then it gets to a point whereby you have reached a certain stage whereby you're regular, not that you pay your tax today, tomorrow is another thing. You're faithful in paying your tax. It gets to a point where you can now apply for your TRC. Okay, that is another video for another day. Okay, so you have skills, you know how to cut hair, you're a plumber, like you can do things with your hands. These are what would actually stand you out. And I remember when I came into Portugal, yes, I never had a resident permit, okay, but I was fortunate, and that's why I say it's not every person, okay. I think the following week I got a menial job, and that's, God did it for me. I wanted to earn, the hard currency. Unfortunately, I got something doing from a member of our church, a Portuguese employed me, and that was how I started earning. And you know, I was happy that I was earning, but I was not actually paid the right amount that I'm supposed to be paying. Why? Because I don't have resident permit. Okay, so I was earning, and I was fortunate. Along the line again, I know how to make hair, and whenever I walk on the road, I see black people, I reach out to them, I tell them, hey, I can make hair, and that was how I was making. Also, I got some in my church. It's a Portuguese church, the church we attended when we came to Portugal. I got some students, some students who were actually interested. They wanted me to be teaching them English, and that was how I was also earning a little from them. But one thing is, when you are doing all these things, you must register an activity. If you don't register, it means instead of you collecting maybe 1 hour job, instead of you collecting 10 euro per hour, probably you might be collecting like 5 euros per hour. So it's always advisable for you to register your activity. When you register your activity, that's for those who are with a tourist visa, or even if you're a student, it's better you register your activity so that you are not defaulting, because all these things, when you do it, they see it as illegal. So paying your tax is one thing that can help if you come to Portugal with a tourist visa and you want to get your residency fast. All these things would help you. So when you talk about job issue in Portugal, there are processes. So if you have your resident permit, you are, at least when you begin to search for job, maybe within 1 month, 2 months, you definitely get something doing. And if you don't have, I would advise you to register an activity. And what will stand you out is your skills. Okay, go learn a skill. If you are not good at anything, you think your PhD, your master, you are in a country where they don't speak English. Okay, except you are in the IT world. Okay, so job issue in Portugal would favor you if you have a skill. Okay, there are lots of people looking for plumber. There are lots of people looking for barber. Like, you want to cut your hair, you go to a salon and they are charging you 20 euros. You know what it means, okay? So your skills are what will stand you out, and that is the only time you can beat that job issue of a thing. So about job issue in Portugal, as a student, prepare yourself that you are coming for those spaces that you're not going to get. You've not gotten your TRC. Prepare your rent from wherever you're coming, whether you're coming from Nigeria. Prepare your rent, prepare your feeding, prepare your bills. Okay, then when you get your residency, then life will begin. You begin to adjust to life. And for those coming in with Schengen visa, prepare yourself. It's actually not easy, but when you follow the proper guide, when you follow their policy, then life might become easy. Okay, I hope this video helps 1 or 2 persons. Okay, I know definitely it will. So kindly give this video a thumbs up if you have not, and subscribe if you have not done that. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye bye. Ciao.